What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co-host Nikki G, OMW, and together we're bringing you a little something we like to call Anime After Hours.
Yay!
Nikki, OMW, how you guys doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually happy to have this show. You know,
Mm.
it's a little mix up, but also like there's some shows in this genre that I really like. I really like. So yeah, I'm kind of stoked. I'm kind of stoked.
I'm excited to talk about it.
And Dub, how are you feeling?
Oh my goodness, brother emoji.
Oh
Sister
snap!
Nikki, we
Oh
got
snap!
anime after hours back again. Like we back from the itis. You know what time it is. We talking Gojo,
Yay!
we talking anything anime. You know the vibes. We here back on another
Yay!
Thursday. It's 8 p.m. GG for those who missed out on the pre-show giveaway. Better luck next week. But listen, listen, we are like 12 days away from the end of one of my favorite animes. So we could
Oh,
talk this, we could talk this talk today,
okay.
but next week's episode gonna be an impromptu. You know we talking. Now let's
Just
run
out
this.
of curiosity, what anime is that?
Oh, this is one of the greatest animes that has hit my eyeballs in like many years. The wonderful My Hero Academia is coming to a close
Oh
on
snap!
December 13th.
Yay!
That's gonna be emotional. We'll talk about it. That's gonna be emotional.
Bro, have you not seen the last couple episodes? They've all been
I
emotional.
have. I
This whole
have.
damn season's been
But
emotional.
the show's been going on for quite some time. It's gonna be emotional. Um all right.
Sorry.
Yes, we will cover that. But today we'll be covering the wonderful world of shoujo. But before we do that, we do have a message from our partners, VV Digital Collectibles. So we're going to turn over to them real quick and we'll get back to the show. Let's go. Hey, what's up? My name is Emoji, and I'm here with Nikki G and OMW, and we're bringing you Anime After Hours. But before we do that, I want to give a brief shout out to our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks from brands that you love, like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. Take your collecting to the next level with VV Digital Collectibles and check out the link in our description box below or use the QR code that you see on the screen for $10 off your first purchase.
This is an interactive show and podcast recorded live in front of an online audience. Those in the crowd on X are welcome to join in on the conversation, but know that all conversations that take place during the show will be published across multiple platforms. With this being a live interactive show and podcast, please be mindful of your speech.
And now, let's get back to the show. All right, we are back. Um, Real quick, because I'm working on something with my visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, I want to jump over to you. Could you tell our audience just a brief, like a description of what shojo is? Because I know this was something that you really wanted to get into.
Okay, so I can hear an echo.
I'm sorry. I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
Okay. Um, so shoujo is a demographic of anime and manga that is targeted towards um, teenage girls. So it is the counterpart to shonen, which is probably the most popular demographic. But just because it's targeted towards girls doesn't mean that only girls can watch it. There are a lot of interesting stories that come from shoujo manga, and while shonen tends to be very plot driven, shoujo tends to be more character driven. So that's a big difference between the two.
Okay. Okay. Um, what can you elaborate a little bit more?
Okay, let me see. I feel like I'm totally on the spot right now. Okay. So shoujo has basically everything that shonen has too. It's got power systems, mythology, big battles. It's got big drama. It's got found family. It's got big strong energy. It's got all the things that shoujo loves. But rather than having a lot of the times rather than having a male protagonist, which can still be in shoujo, you're gonna have a more female focused story. But just because the story is coming from a female point of view doesn't mean that it's any less chaotic or bloody or horrifying or adventurous. It's crazy. It's just as exciting. It's just for a different demographic.
Got it. Got it. All right. So, can you and actually before we do that, Omdub.
Yo,
All right, I sent you a message in the chat.
I saw the message. I replied to the message. Did you see my message?
I did not yet. Let me jump over. Let me jump over and see. Got you. Oh, okay. All right. Nikki, Omdub is gonna dip for a sec,
Okay.
but he's gonna come back. Can you just let me know in case I don't see?
Yep.
Okay. And you got all three, right? Omdub? Up there?
He
I'm
left.
gonna I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Okay. All right. You can verify. You can verify for me, Nikki. All right. So real quick, just to switch over and shout out Vivi. Shout out Vivi in the chat. I see Vivi in the chat. What's good? Welcome, 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 welcome. Um, we are talking the additional giveaway. Okay, or additional giveaways, I should say. So here are the rules.
No.
He's back?
Yeah.
Okay, let me let him up. Prove. There we go. All right. So we have two potential giveaways for the remainder of the night. The first one is our typical hidden doors, which is a bit more complex. I'm going to get into that after. But the second one is our influencer initiative. I just made that up right now. It sounds clean, and we are going to go with that. All right. So each night, we target a different influencer or person in the space of what we're covering or celebrity or whatever to come through and hang out with us. Now, there's been someone that has been making a good amount of VV content recently on their own Twitch channel, but I would like to formally welcome them to Spaces, right? So, pinned at the top, you do see a post from Valley Flynn. He's been doing a lot of Marvel content on Twitch. Awesome streamer. Definitely check out his content. But I would like to bring him over here to hang out. So, to unlock one of the giveaways, if you as an audience can bring Valley into this space, tag him in the comments, tell him to pull up, whatever you need to do. If you can bring Valley into the space and he pops into space, and Nikki and OMW are going to be watching. I can't watch because PC has it cooked. But if you guys can bring him in, that will unlock an additional giveaway for y'all. Now, our main giveaway is, and those that are familiar, we have the hidden doors. So at the top, you do see, hold on, here we go. At the top, you will see hidden doors. Hidden door number 1, hidden door number 2, and hidden door number 3. What these doors represent is the different ways that we would determine the giveaway winner for tonight. One possible way of winning the giveaway is by liking and reposting this space, the very space that you're in right now. The second way is by liking and reposting the live stream. That is also pinned to the top. It's the visual. You see me as an avatar waving. Hey. Yay! There you go. Liking and reposting the live stream. The third way is in the comments of the live stream, tag one person and just tell them to come through. Now, if the comment section is what's chosen, that is based off of like entries. So the more comments you have, the more times you do that, the more entries you have in that giveaway. But I don't know. I don't know which one is going to be chosen because that's behind the hidden doors. So if you want to guarantee entry into the giveaway, I would say probably do all three. Any questions? I think we're good.
Okie dokie.
All right. Do we have OMW back?
I see him.
I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm back. If you want to send me that
I'm gonna
host.
send you the co-host. I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. Now it might bump you because we were having issues with X. If that's the case, then I'm gonna send you the co-host from the crowd and then bring you back.
No worries.
All right, but let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Oh, there we go. Yo, it worked. Yo, let's go. Yay! All right, awesome. OMW, you're here, right?
I am here. I am here. Hold on.
Bet,
Hold
bet.
on. Before we get going, uh, Majin, Majin Jesus, Majin Jesus. I need you to look at the screen. Look at the live stream. You see where I'm at? See where I'm at, big dog? You made it, Majin. I made it.
At the I had a yay on that. Let's go. Yes, on dub at the table, bro. On dub at the table. We kick Nezuko to the curb. All right, but all right, Shoujo. So Nikki, just for our audience, what are some examples of shoujo?
Like shoujo anime.
Mm-hmm.
Sailor Moon is a big one. Cardcaptor Sakura,
Mm-hmm.
Fruits Basket. I'm gonna be talking about an anime called Fushigi Yugi later, which is a older one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Tomie by Junji Ito is also ran in a shoujo magazine. Yona of the Dawn, Snow White with the Red Hair, Kodacha, Gaku and Alice. There's a lot.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Um. So I think probably one of the ones that people are very familiar with. Well,
Sailor
maybe
Moon.
two, right? Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, because they did have a big impact, like over the West. Probably Sailor Moon.
For sure, Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I'd say probably had one of the greatest impacts. Um,
Even if you didn't know what anime was, you still knew
you
what
knew what
Sailor Moon
Sailor Moon
was.
was. Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? So, Sailor Moon, like, I knew that before Dragon Ball.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, cause the push, and but that's the thing. Like, and I say, for a lot of people in my age that came into anime, the top two shows that brought them into anime
It's
were
Dragon
Dragon
Ball and
Ball
Sailor
and
Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Um, but yeah, I remember watching Sailor Moon before Dragon Ball, and it's funny because I did recognize it as being different, like a different type of show of what I was watching, and I did watch it for a bit actually. I thought it was
I mean,
interesting.
even in an art style, if you compare shonen and shojo's definitely softer edges, um, bigger eyes, more sparkly, and a lot of the times when it comes to like the manga part of it for shonen, it's kind of a weekly thing
Hmm.
for a lot of it. So the art style is a bit more simplistic than for shojo, because a lot of shojos are monthly, so the artists have more time to really put into the work. They get more screen tones, more details. So that's another big difference, is the art style.
Okay. Okay. Um, Dub,
Yes, sir.
did you watch any Sailor Moon?
I've seen like maybe like half an episode while my cousins were over
It's a half
back
episode.
in 1990 something, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't remember too much about Sailor Moon besides uh the song. I guess it's pretty
Okay,
classic now.
so
Mm-hmm.
Sailor Moon is about a girl named Usagi Tsukino, whose name literally means like moon rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
um, she is a 14-year-old girl who is the reincarnation of a princess of the moon who died committing suicide with her loved one. It's JoJo, guys.
Mm.
She's reincarnated as well as all of the princesses of the different planets. And those planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, they are her protectors as well as the guardians of like the world. And her love interest, Mamoru, is the reincarnation of like the Prince of Earth or the King of Earth or something like that.
Is that Tuxedo Mask?
Yeah, it's Tuxedo
Okay.
Mask.
Got it. Got it. Got it. And
who
shout out
in
Lexi in the
the in
chat. I see Lexi in the chat.
who in the manga is a lot more who's a lot cooler than he is in the 90s anime. They really nerfed him in the 90s anime.
Oh snap.
Which is kind of like a running joke. A lot of people say like Tuxedo Mask will show up, throw a flower, say something stupid, and then like disappear and do nothing. Which is
I
kind
feel
of
you.
true, but he's got like actual powers in the manga and in the 2010 remake Sailor Moon Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot darker than people probably think. They think, girls transforming and, being all sparkly and magical, but there's like a dark undertone to that, suicide and fighting and betrayal and all different things going on.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because like I never
Mm-hmm.
would have taken that from Sailor Moon, you know? Like as someone who is somewhat familiar with just seeing Sailor Moon out there in
Hmm.
culture, that is not what I was picking up. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he died. He died, and then she killed herself to because she couldn't live without him, and then they were reincarnated and then met again. I think I'm remembering that correctly. And I mean, like the one of the first big fights are with his, like he had his own set of like friends and guardians just like she did, but they those boys turned evil and they were all like the love interests for the different girls, but it was all betrayal and they all died. Like those guys died. There was no coming back from that. And there's like a lot of death and a lot of, you know, darker themes that you probably wouldn't guess just by, hearing fighting evil by midnight.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah. Sure.
saying?
True. True. And I just want to real quick give a shout out to another shout out to Lexi in the chat. She said Sailor Moon was part of her morning routine back when it first aired. So also too for everyone in here, this is an interactive show. So if anyone wants to also even come up and weigh in, feel free to send up that request button. You are all more than welcome. But yeah, Lexi, I feel that too because like I said, I watched Sailor Moon even before Dragon Ball, and it was part of the routine. And even when that block came on in Toonami, like I still watched Sailor Moon. I think it was before Dragon Ball. I think it was, and then Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, and then I think like Rurouni Kenshin or something, um, or Yu Yu Hakusho.
Something like
But
that.
huh?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. but but yeah, I still watched it because it was still interesting. Now, I didn't dive into the whole show, but I did watch a few episodes with the lineup. And one thing that I will say, and Nikki,
Mhm.
um, I just want to talk a little bit about this whole magical girl genre
Yeah.
because I did watch Sailor Moon. I did watch a good chunk of Cardcaptor Sakura, right?
Mhm.
And that gave me an I a good idea as far as the feel of like magical girl or even tropes, right?
Yeah, it's
Like with
definitely tropes. Yeah.
yeah, like with the clothes popping on and stuff like that. Like, so I got that, and I saw even that influence in other things, right?
Mhm.
But the show that spun everything on its head for me and is actually up there with one of my favorite animes of all time is Madoka Magica.
Which is a deconstruction of the magical girl, but it's not
Exactly.
shojo. It's not shojo.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Wait, what would it be qualified as?
It would more be like a seinen. It's a deconstruction of the shojo magical girl trope,
Okay.
but it definitely is not
It's
shojo.
not.
You see what I mean, man? It's tricky with these categories.
It is. It is.
I mean,
Um.
I can see why you would do that because it's female focused and it has magical girls, but because of the darker aspects of it and the fact that it's a deconstruction of it changes the demographics of it. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um. But even still, I love that show. Um. I'm waiting for the other follow up movies to come out,
Mm-hmm.
but I really, really did enjoy it. So, Nikki,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of people obviously may think of the magical girl genre when they think of shojo, but obviously you had mentioned there's much more, right? So, do you want to kind of like tell us a little bit more about like some of the shows that you love, and just the background behind those?
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this one from the mid '90s. I'm going back in time here, but it's one
Hey,
of my
hey, Nikki,
favorites.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I need to know. I
Hmm.
have two questions for you now, right?
Yeah.
Be, before we tackle this shojo '90s nostalgia, would fruit baskets be considered a shojo?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
110%.
Okay. What about Inuyasha? And like,
No, no. Inuyasha is it's like if I was how do I explain this? Inuyasha ran in a shonen magazine, as do almost all of Rumiko Takahashi's manga, but she writes from the female perspective because she is a woman. So Kagome is who the story is coming from, but because it runs in a shonen magazine, it's technically
Mm, got it. Got it. Got
okay,
it. Yeah, and
my bad, my
It's
it's
bad.
no,
I didn't mean to
you
obtrude
know
on
what,
the
it's totally
'90s.
okay.
and it's funny because a lot of the things that I look at that are romantic,
Hmm.
um, probably wouldn't fall into the shojo um thing, right? Like Your Lie in April wouldn't fall into shojo.
Nope.
Um, Your Name wouldn't fall into shojo, but they're like romance movies, right?
Yeah, but
Um, mhm.
there's romance in Naruto. There's romance in Full Metal Alchemist. Just
True,
like
true, true, true.
just because that there is a romance, it
No, I
doesn't
feel
mean
you.
that it's gonna be shojo. I mean, there's romance everywhere, which is kind of my point. Is that
Hmm.
one of my favorite things to read is shojo horror, and there's barely any romance in that. It's just it's a lot of body horror, and it's kind of having to deal with the horror of the self and things like that. And so that's where I like to read stuff from. So
Got it, got it. I do want to say real quick, shout out to Ben in Korea, who's over on YouTube. He says, "Hi guys, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome."
What's up,
Yay!
Ben? What's up, Ben? Yo, Ben's been everywhere on these YouTubes recently. I see you, Ben. I see you. Thanks for the support. We appreciate it.
Nice, nice. Also, Ben, if you are interested in the giveaway, we do have giveaways every show. So if you want to hop over to the X side, the handles are in the description of the YouTube. So feel free. You are more than welcome if you want to participate in the giveaways, courtesy of Vivi Digital Collectibles. Um, all right. So so Nikki, you were talking about some of your favorite shows, right?
Yes.
And actually you were also touching on as far as like what makes a shojo, and especially it being more than just romance.
So
Yeah. Mhm.
basically, when you're dealing with the shonen, a lot of the times it's a character who's trying to find his place in the world, if you can
Mhm.
think of it like that. Like, we were talking, My Hero Academia is trying, trying to find his how he fits in. He doesn't have powers, and then he gets powers, and how does he fit into this new kind of hero world? Who is he as a hero, and things like that. Shoujo, a lot of it is inner, like, who am I on the inside? How do I fit into this life? And it's a lot of emotional, storytelling. Very character driven, not so, like, obviously plot driven, but definitely characters are the main push.
Okay. Okay.
Next question.
I no, 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 I'm thinking. I'm thinking because I remember watching a YouTube channel, right?
Hmm.
And they were talking about describing, and it's funny because I actually brought this up in the other show that I do with Magic, Toontown to Tokyo, where we compare and contrast like anime to Disney. And I was watching something that was breaking down A Silent Voice, the movie A Silent Voice, and they were highlighting how, in their
Hmm.
opinion, they were looking at anime and they were saying it was very focused on situations, very
Yeah.
situational, right? Where you can probably insert yourself in the main character, but it puts them in a situation that you kind of like you're attached because you're feeling what they're feeling. You're feeling the anxiety that they're feeling and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
they contrasted it with Disney, right? And how Disney builds these characters and fleshed out characters and things like that. So I just listening to what you're saying, would you say that shojo kind of, I guess, separates a little bit from that, where it is more character focused, more character development, more kind of like attachment to the characters?
Oh, I think so for sure.
Okay.
Um, some, I mean, a lot of shonen has big ensemble pieces. They have so many different characters, be and which is great. And you can be like, that character looks great, that character is cool, but when you have a huge ensemble like that, it gets a little harder to feel attached to them. So when you
Okay.
have a story that's more, character driven, you're going to have a smaller ensemble of characters, which means you get closer to these characters, which means that you feel more when things happen to them.
Mm.
Not saying that, something that happens in My Hero or Attack on Titan isn't going to make you cry, but I mean, you have to admit that those two shows have a huge, vast amounts of characters in them, don't they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean,
100%.
you're not, if something happens to this side character and he suddenly dies, you're less likely to feel any attachment to them than to a main character that actually dies in a smaller ensemble. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Um but okay, so you were getting to some of your favorites and why they are your favorites.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one called Fushigi Yugi, which is a mysterious play, and it's actually like it's isekai for for the 90s.
Can you describe for the crowd what isekai is real quick, just in case they
Isekai
don't?
is usually it's when one of the characters is transported to another world. Uh, Now we usually do it through reincarnation, but it wasn't always reincarnation. Kagome in Inuyasha, for instance, that's isekai, and she goes through a magical well. In Tsushigi Yugi, it's an ancient book.
Okay.
Two girls open an ancient book in a library, and they get sucked inside of it. And there's actually it's a celestial war going on between two different gods. And these two friends, Miyaka and Yui, are priestesses for both of the gods, and they were best friends, but they end up becoming bitter rivals in this war. And each girl has to go and collect 7 warriors, which are all men, and those warriors obviously have to fight each other, and there is a lot of death, there is a lot of fighting, there's a lot of betrayal, there's political chaos. It's a very heavy story, and I think it's a really good one for people who've never watched shojo before or never took a dive into shojo before and are probably thinking like there's no fighting or death in shojo. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay. I gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. Um, Dub, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
You see, I'm thinking. I want to know the name of that anime one more time, so I can actually add it to my watch list. It didn't sound too bad, you know.
it,
A whole bunch of
it
people beating people up over their queens. I'm down.
if you just got to be used to people dying because there's a big body count in this show.
Come on, Nikki. Come on. That's the best part about the animes. Seeing
it's
people get bodied sometimes.
it's
Most of the
called
time.
Fushigi, Fushigi, Yugi, Yugi.
And I'm also gonna ask you to throw that in the chat in the anime. Well, first off, in our anime after hours chat, but you could actually throw it in the comment section here too, just for the audience if they want to check that out. Because I can't type anything right now because my phone is being my camera. But no, I want to check that out. I want to check that out.
I
No, I'm actually really excited for learning about what I've learned so much in this space so far, but just
Mhm.
being able to apply it and see how it compares to this shonen realm that I'm so used to, right? Like I have seen a decent amount of fruit baskets. I get that. I'm not sure if like Food Wars would be considered.
no. I
I don't
think
even know what that would be considered. Like,
Food Wars is shonen, but Fruits Baskets for sure is shojo. Emoji, do you know anything about Fruits Baskets?
I watched a few episodes of Fruits Baskets. You know who's actually a big fan of Fruits Baskets? OMW will know her. Athena,
Oh,
oh
Crypto
really?
Baby.
She was in the space earlier today, yesterday,
Yeah,
something like that.
that's actually her favorite anime. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, I did watch a bit of Fruits Basket. I didn't. Maybe like 4 episodes, like the first 4 episodes. I didn't get to finish it,
yeah, it's a
but
long one. Now,
yeah,
have you watched the remake or did you watch the original?
nah, the original.
Oh, okay,
There's
that's different then.
when did the remake come out?
Remake came out, I think, started in 2019. I think there's 3 seasons.
Oh yeah, no. When I watched it, it was like maybe 2010.
Okay. Oh yeah, then that's definitely the original.
Yeah. Should I watch the remake?
I'm not the biggest fan of Fruits Baskets, but I know that it's very well received and people very much like the remake because it follows the manga. So it's like kind of like a Full Metal
Full
Alchemist
Metal.
Brotherhood kind of thing.
Okay.
So
Okay. Then maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll circle back and check it out.
it's
But
got a lot of generational trauma in it. Um, other than, I mean, there's the curse on the family, which is the main point of it, but it's more than that. It gets a lot darker than the original anime did.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
See, I didn't even know that because, like, I mean, I started watching first few episodes. I was like, oh, they're turning into animals and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, okay, and I didn't know where it was going. I mean, granted, I should have given it more of a chance, but no, I may actually dial back on the remake too. And I do want to give a big shout out. We got VV Magic in the chat on YouTube. Appreciate you. But yeah, this is really interesting, and actually, this is making me think as far as since actually she is in the chat, right?
Hmm.
Um, it was a point that she had said too, where because she's a big Disney fan, and she had made that point too, as far as with the characters and things like that. But I wonder if I start recommending some more shojo stuff, if
She's
that
actually
will,
here.
huh?
She's actually here. She just pulled up to the X space.
Oh, she in his face? Oh yeah, she's in space. What's good? But
What's
yeah,
up, Magic Girl?
but I'm wondering, like, if I start, recommending some more shoujo stuff, if that might be something that may hit, because once again, right, like the whole theme is that when it comes to anime, it's just a medium. It's a medium of entertainment.
Yes.
What what you like is what you like, and it can range. It could vary. What were you gonna say something, Nikki?
No, I agree with you. It's just because of the way that anime comes over to us in the West,
Mm-hmm.
you get more shonen. That's just the way that it is. But I mean, there are countless stories that are JoJo stories that are out there for people to watch and give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I really love from the same author is Sarah Celestial Legend, and the beginning of that starts with a huge bloodbath, and like you wouldn't probably think like this is shojo. I mean, it's crazy. That's another story about like a curse and all types of things like that. And it starts with an attempted murder at the very beginning of the story.
Mm.
And I feel like shojo has this kind of stereotype where you're just thinking of girls transforming into pretty outfits or sparkles and kisses and romance, but it's more than that. It's not just that. It can get dark, it can get scary,
Hmm.
and that's my favorite type of shojo. It's is horror. That's what I like to read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely I need you to send me a list to check out some stuff. But I am interested in, also just an aspect of with character development, right?
Hmm.
Attaching to the characters and connecting with the characters and having these like fully fleshed out characters. Cuz I agree with you, right? Like now, like especially after reviewing a lot of these different animes, it feels like I'm more. I'll give you an example. Um, Your Lie in April,
Hmm.
right? Shonen. The story is tragic and beautiful at the same time,
Yes.
but the character, right, or the characters, they're very much like um I don't want to say copy and paste, but they're very much like it's not the characters that I connect with, it's more so the situations that they're in.
It's the story itself. It's the plot
Yeah.
it's the plot that's driving the story, which is the main thing between the two. For
Hmm.
shojo, it's always gonna be character driven. The character is the one who's gonna be moving the story. For
Mm.
shonen, more than likely, it's gonna be the plot itself that's gonna be moving the story.
Got it. Got it. I'm starting to see it. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Interesting. All right. So, Magic. I hope you hear that. We are going to be reviewing some shojo at some point. Um, I just gotta find out what to do. But so, Nikki,
Mhm.
hold on, let me switch over here. Okay. Would you say that for you, shojo is your favorite thing to go, like, is that your go-to, is your favorite? I know, we haven't talked much about josei,
Yeah.
but like,
um.
in your opinion.
So I do like JoJo. Josei is definitely more if I had to pick between the two, Josei would be my favorite because I like the older characters. But
Hmm.
anything character driven is definitely where I feel the most comfortable, where I feel the most connected, where I feel the most engaged. I mean, I can spend hours just like going onto manga decks and putting horror shoujo and then just reading story after story after story for hours, just diving into all of these character driven horror stories and, getting lost in it. That's just, it's not quite, how do I explain this? It's just, I don't know. It's just easier to connect with the characters for shoujo, in my opinion.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
I get that. um OMW, did you say something?
No,
Or my mic could have been clipping as well.
yeah, yeah. Your mic
My mic was clipping.
yeah. We'll say the spaces was clipping today.
Oh, the whole space is clipping.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
it's just your mic, bro. It's just your mic.
But I'm on my phone.
Oh my
I'm not
god.
even. I'm not even on my.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. You told me I was muted the whole time.
Oh
I was muted this whole
Lord,
time.
yo, I
But
can't.
listen. I just want to take a second to let y'all know we do have this post up. There's only 3 votes on the doors. Door number 3 is in the lead right now. If you guys would like
Okay.
to vote, it's in the pinned tab up top. Just slide over to the side one time for one time, as Jay Ace would say, and you will find it. Get your
How
votes in
much? How much time do we have until?
until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, not long. The time is ticking. There's like 11 minutes left.
Oh snap! All right, so get those votes in. Get those votes in. So this makes me think of another question. I'm sorry. This feels like an interview, but I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. Nikki,
Mhm.
you grew up watching Disney, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, looking at a form of anime that is more character driven, focused on the character, right? And Disney is known for that,
Mhm.
right? Like, you have iconic characters that you just feel like you know them by the way they build them, right? How would you like compare and contrast the two with shojo and like the way Disney builds its characters?
If I would do like shojo and the classic Disney princess movies. That's what I would kind of put in there. Um Female focused story, very character driven. Um so I think if you're going to make a comparison between the two, I feel definitely the princess stories, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, even going back to like Cinderella and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. Those are definitely female focused stories that are character driven and emotionally driven. You know what I'm saying?
I
More
do.
pulls on your heartstrings.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything like, Tarzan, or I mean, maybe Mulan could also be in there. So I think this Disney.
I'm
But
sorry.
like Aladdin, I wouldn't put Aladdin as a shoujo. If I was gonna be like putting everything in a demographic, Aladdin and Tarzan and Hercules definitely wouldn't be shoujo. But I definitely would put like the Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast in shoujo because
Hmm.
the story is coming from Belle, even though the story is about the beast, technically, Belle's the person driving the story forward, and she's the emotional attachment to the story moving forward. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Got
would
it.
put it in shoujo.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Definitely, definitely. All right. So there you have it. So we got to get this. So definitely, yeah. Send me those recommendations, um, and maybe actually we can get a
Hey,
review going for
actually,
some of them.
I have a real quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're on this topic, Nikki, what would you consider to be like uh, a shonen Disney movie?
Oh, I would think like Aladdin, right? Aladdin,
You think
Hercules,
that'd be
Tarzan.
more like hmm,
Anything like, I mean, if you're putting it in a like a male perspective, and it's definitely plot driven, and there's definitely more characters in the story, that I would definitely put it into
so
shonen.
that would be like the closest range. All right,
Hmm.
yeah, because there's not many dark Disney movies, right?
No, and I mean, even they don't really try to do it anymore. But the Disney princess movies were for they were for families, but the little girls definitely were the ones that were feel more attached to them. Not saying little boys couldn't enjoy them, but
No, I get that.
definitely they had a demographic in young little girls clinging to those stories.
I feel you. All right. Cool. Um, how are we doing on the doors?
The doors are actually they're coming together pretty nice. It's a tie right now
Oh
between one and
snap!
three. So we
Did
shall
you
see.
did you run a generator for them?
Yeah, I got a generator for him.
Yo, I appreciate you, bro. Ah,
Yay!
thank you. Um, and still no sign from Valley, right?
No sign from Valley. All stream, unfortunately.
All
It's all right.
right, cool, cool.
Maybe he might pop in the next 12 minutes. You never know.
Maybe we'll see, we'll see. And if not, we have the standard giveaway that we do, that we'll do with the doors. So, I mean, as we close things up. Oh wait, hold on. Oh Lord, wait, the Majin said in the chat? He said my favorite shojo is Corner Slayer Infinity Tables for OMW. I think he's trolling you that you're
Yo,
sitting on the corner of the table.
yo.
That's
Uh,
mean.
no, no. He is trolling you, emoji. Yeah, he is trolling you.
Me? Wait, what
Me?
did I
Wait, what did
do?
I do? Listen. Oh goodness. All right. So, so my
Yo,
man,
my sound is cooked. Oh
my
my
man
god.
Majin, uh, has been going off in the chat. Shout out Majin. He said, I finally got some respect on my name. And then he said, "What about the shojo? On my way is at the table." Yo, I can't even deal with Majin right now. And then he said, "The fact that y'all ain't talking about my fave Sojo, no more corner for OMW explanations." Oh goodness, yeah, he's trolling, bro.
Oh
Trollable.
man. I can't.
Thank,
I
thank you
can't.
for thank you for popping up, Majin. I appreciate you, brother.
For
Thank you
sure,
for
for
good job.
sure.
We got a
I'm
Moni in the house. We got Mahalo,
I
Cosmic,
did want
Vibe.
to talk about one more that I think emoji you would really like.
yes.
It's
I'm gonna switch over and mute my mic because there's a whole lot of noise happening over here that's
Mhm.
like bothering me, and it's clipping, and it's my my avatar is gonna be frozen. Okay. All right. Yes, Nikki, I'm here.
Okay, I definitely recommend the shoujo anime Nana for people who especially like music. It's about two women in their 20s who meet on a train and end up becoming roommates, and how their lives intersect in Tokyo. And one of them is in a rock band, the other one is a girl who just kind of wants to fall in love and get married, and how their stories go from there. And it's great. It's got amazing music. It's raw. Even though it's shojo, the characters are older, which makes it a little more interesting. I definitely recommend it to a lot of people, especially if you like music. It's awesome.
I've heard of Nana.
Yeah.
I think you told me about it. What about
Mhm.
what about K-On?
K-On is not shojo. K-On would be seinen.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I mean,
K-On's
I
actually a four koma. It's not even really a manga. It's four panels, like kind of like comedy manga.
okay. All right. Um, I mean, obviously, I know that from your music, but okay, I'll check out Nana too. Yeah, we'll talk. You guys send me a list because I do want to review some of this stuff too. But
Oh,
before,
I think Nana would be great for your show because the first couple episodes are almost standalone, talking about their past, like before they met. So, and then leading up to that part, so you can actually kind of just sit and watch those together. So, if you wanted to watch that for your other show, I think that would be a really good jump.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. All right, so we got like 3 minutes left on the hidden doors, right? So it's winding down. While we wait for that, Nikki, to kind of like wrap things up, what would you say as far as final thoughts, closing thoughts on just why people, in your opinion, should look into some of these shojo anime that you're recommending, and like I said, maybe leave some in the comments too for people to check out.
So I guess my final thought would be that living in the West and having mostly shonen as our, introduction to anime, Sailor Moon aside, um, there is more to the anime world than just shonen, than just Demon Slayer, than Attack on Titan, than Bleach, Naruto. There's a whole other world out there with character driven stories that are just as, emotionally driven, that are just as exciting, that are just as bloody or have energy or just as funny. They're just told in a slightly different way, that, and that doesn't mean that they're bad or that they're weird. It just means that you're seeing it from a different perspective. You're seeing it from a character perspective rather than a plot perspective. And I think it can really open up a whole other world to anime that you might not have been introduced to before because you've kind of been wrapped up in a shonen bubble. I think that's all I got to say about that.
All right, all right. Um, Dub, do you have any thoughts on that?
My only thoughts are I might need to leave my shonen bubble
I
and
want you
start
guys to leave
exploring.
your shonen bubbles.
It's just there's just so much shonen out there. I mean, there's just so much anime out there.
I know
I'm
that's
like,
there's so much more anime out there than you think there is.
I think
yeah, but
another
the
part of
real the
it.
real problem is when you're watching, Crunchyroll ads and you're like, what to watch next? They just keep on throwing shonen like in your face
Yeah,
everywhere.
Well, that
Even when you go to
exactly.
like view all,
They make
it's
you dig.
still
They make you dig for it, and I'm telling you, you guys got to dig a little bit, and you're gonna find some amazing stories that have amazing characters that are just as good as your shonen. I promise.
yeah. Like, I mean, is Spy Family a a, a shojo?
No, seinen.
Seinen.
Yeah.
Ooh, that uh, yeah.
Seinen shonen, I would put it in there. It's actually not. It's not for girls.
GG.
interesting. Interesting. Um, I will say too, right? Like, I think that is kind of like just a push, like the action genre. And it's funny because I was talking with Justin about this from VV Korea, and he was talking about with the push of webtoons. And oh wait, hold on. Let me just switch over to boom. All right, he was talking about the push of webtoons, and he was saying like initially a lot of it has been romance, right? Like that's where a lot of the K dramas came from webtoons. But after the success of Solo Leveling, like there's been a huge push towards action oriented webtoons.
There's definitely a lot of isekai romance stories on webtoons for sure.
Yeah. So, and yeah, right. So there's definitely just going back to it, there's definitely that push, right? Um, as things become more popular, people are kind of like, all right, well, what's the next thing that's just like this? But it is dope also too to kind of like find these gems that may not have the same push, but may just be like dope stories. Like there's been a few anime that I discovered just randomly off reviews that weren't mainstream anime, and I was like, this is like really good. Like I think it just got greenlit for the second season, but it's probably a seinen. Tengoku. Damn, it's something. But anyway, it was this random anime that even on Hulu they don't have the English title. I think the English title was like Heavens something or whatever. It was like something like basic. But yeah, it's like Tengoku something. But it was like a really good show. Another one was Summertime Rendering, which was also a really good show.
Seinen, yeah.
But yeah, also a seinen, right?
Mhm.
But it's just finding these things that may not be like out there or pushed or mainstream, and it's just like this is a dope story. Like, I can connect with this. I really like this. So I'm looking forward to checking out some of your shoujo recommendations.
I really do hope you guys check out Fushigi Yugi because it's a classic and it's very good.
How long is that?
Well, it's I think it's like 50 episodes, but I mean, you at least watch a couple.
That's not 50 isn't bad.
Jordan
50
check.
isn't bad.
I I don't remember now. Hold on, let me just check real quick.
You throw it in the chat
Yeah.
bottom right hand corner.
I think it's 2 seasons. This is 52 episodes.
Nice.
Yes, it's 52.
That's a decent watch. Nice weekend watch.
Also, we do have the door that was decided by our audience. Y'all see what it is? That would be door three. Door number three.
You got the message, right? You got the generator?
Yes, I got it. So I'm about to unveil on the stream what is behind door number three in just a second. But in the meantime, while I do that, I need to go off the stream. So I'm going to Nikki, and I know I asked you to give your final thoughts, but if you have any final thoughts on top of that, while I set up the winner, go for it. The floor is yours.
I think I put it in the chat. Not the chat. The yeah, I put it in the comments with a little gif of the main male protagonist, Tamahome.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And he's fighting too, so I told you all.
Nice. I'll pin that to the top real quick as well, while we have that here for those last couple seconds. Thanks for all the info today, Nikki. I appreciate it. That was very helpful.
I felt like a teacher.
You were a teacher. You were a teacher. And you know what's funny? Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. All right. All right. So this is why I love this show because once again, you have the best odds of winning. People don't be paying attention.
Pretty good odds.
Yo, whoever won this giveaway had a 50% chance of winning. And we are going to roll this right now. We're going to roll this right now because behind door number 3 was based off of likes and reposts of the live stream. And that was... Oh my gosh. And he is here in the building, in the flesh. Shout out Lil Millie. Yo, you have 50% odds of winning, and you got it.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Let's go.
Shout out Millie. Congrats. Yo, Millie won back to back. He won at the Oasis too, as a giveaway from Dave. As a Yo, salute. So congrats, bro. I hope you learned about Sojo. I hope you watched Sojo. I hope you actually also ordered the Backbone so we could play Marvel Invasion this weekend as well. But yeah, salute. All right.
Well, Millie got a whole bunch of anime to catch up on from what I'm told.
Millie has a lot of stuff to catch up on. But closing thoughts before we head out. Any closing thoughts?
I've closed thoughts out.
You closed all your thoughts.
I appreciate the space. I'm looking forward to next week, but I think we should open our eyes to more anime, right? Even if you have to do a little bit of digging to see what's out there, a quick little Google search, Gemini, Chat GPT, whatever the case may be, might be helpful.
Definitely. And with that, appreciate you, bro. And I'm gonna play one more song from you before we close out. I'm just gonna close out on the stream real quick. But once again, appreciate everyone that came through, everyone on the stream. Thank you. We will see you next time. My name is Emo G. I'm here with my co-host Nikki G on W, and together we have brought you a show we like to call Anime After Hours. We do this every Thursday, starting at 7:30 p.m. for the pre-show. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care, be easy,